Welcome back to Weekly Wildlife Wisdom. So far, I've been your host, Zero Yeti, and without further ado, let's get into it. With first in the week being Forus racos, an extinct genus of giant flightless terror birds that inhabited South America during the Miocene epoch, some 20 to 13 million years ago. Remains now known to belong to Forus racos were recovered from several localities in the Santa Cruz Formation and Monte Leon Formation in Santa Cruz province of Argentina throughout the 1800s. But the name Forus racus wouldn't be coined until 1887, when the naturalist Florento Ameghino recovered one of these bones being a partial mandible, which he first described as that of a indentate mammal, which he named Forus racos logosimus, with the generic name being derived from the Greek "phoros" meaning bearer and "rachos" meaning wrinkle, in probable reference to the jaw's wrinkled surface. In 1891, Ameghino recognized and reclassified the fossil as belonging to a bird. Since then, several additional specimens have been recovered from throughout South America. Reaching around 7 feet 10 inches or 2.4 meters tall and around 300 pounds or 136 kilograms in weight, Forus racus sported long and strong legs capable of running at high speeds, the stubby as well as stubby flightless wings. At the end of a long neck sat a large up to 26-inch or 65 centimeter long skull equipped with a hooked upper beak. The lower jaw was smaller than the upper jaw, and there were 3 toes on each of the feet, all of which were armed with sharp claws. It is thought that Forus racos was one of the apex predators in its environment, utilizing its speed and power to bring down prey in one of two methods. Method 1 being picking up the smaller prey in their hooked beaks and then throwing it against the ground as hard as they can. And Method 2, bringing down larger prey by utilizing the hooked beak to make precision strikes on critical body parts, leaving it incapacitated. Next up is Neophilus nebulosa, better known as the mainland clouded leopard, the clouded tiger, the tree tiger, the mint leopard, or simply the clouded leopard. It is a species of wildcat inhabiting dense forests from the foothills of the Himalayas through northeast India and Bhutan to mainland Southeast Asia to South China. These primarily solitary, nocturnal, and arboreal cats are known to feed upon a variety of both arboreal and terrestrial prey, such as both tree squirrels and ground squirrels, porcupines, binturongs, deer, tree shrews, pheasants, pangolins, wild pigs, parrots, civets, hog badgers, lizards, snakes, gibbons, slow lorises, and monkeys. Cloud leopards are themselves occasionally preyed upon by tigers, leopards, dholes, and large pythons, reaching around 27 to 42.5 inches or 68.6 to 108 centimeters in body length, and 25 to 51 pounds or 11.5 to 23 kilograms in weight, with a 24 to 36 inch or 61 to 91 centimeter long tail. The cloud leopard is a medium-sized cat with yellow to gray fur that is covered in large black reticulated rings. Their head, legs, and tail are all covered in black spots and stripes. The ankle joints of the cloud leopard are incredibly flexible and allow them to rotate their paws backwards, making them excellent climbers. Additionally, cloud leopards sport the proportionally largest teeth out of all extant cats. The mating season typically lasts from December to March, wherein a female is in estrus for about 6 days, with her estrus cycle lasts around 30 days. When a pair finds themselves compatible, they will mate frequently during said cycles. After a 93-day pregnancy, a mother cloud leopard will give birth to 1 to 5 cubs. They are active within 5 weeks and fully weaned at around 3 months of age. They attain adult coat pattern at around 6 months and become independent after 10 months. Under ideal conditions, a cloud leopard may live up to 17 years. Next up is Mithracolis sculptus, better known as the green clinging crab or emerald crab, is a species of crab in the family Magidae, which is endemic to the waters of the Caribbean Sea and Gulf of Mexico. Here they may inhabit a wide variety of habitats, including reefs, rocky outcrops, seagrass meadows, lagoons, docks, shipwrecks, and tide pools. These largely nocturnal crustaceans spend their days hiding in caves, crevices, and under rocks or corals, before emerging at night to feed upon carrion algae, particularly bubble algae. It is tolerant of both high and low temperatures and is capable of withstanding strong currents, as it uses its legs to cling to the substrate. Reach around 1.5 to 2 inches or 3.8 to 5.1 centimeters in length. The emerald crab is a small crab with a carapace longer than it is wide. The claws are proportionally large and the carapace is flat, shiny, and green, finely sculpted, with whitish material adhering to the projections. The chellae are also green and are spoon-shaped and tipped with white. The walking legs are rather paler in color and are hairy and often covered in incrustations. Under ideal conditions, a emerald crab may live up to 4 years. Next up is Lanthanatus borneensis, better known as the earless monitor, is a species of semi-aquatic lizard and the only living species in the family Lanthanotidae. Earless monitors are endemic to the southeastern Asian island of Borneo. Uh, Here they can be found throughout the countries of East Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. They also inhabit rainforests, marshes, and agricultural lands near rivers, streams, and ponds. These largely nocturnal reptiles spend their days inside of burrows or under logs, rocks, and other vegetation before emerging at night to socialize with others, swim, and hunt for prey such as earthworms, crustaceans, mollusks, small fish, and tadpoles. While typically very slow-moving and docile, earless monitors are capable of delivering a painful bite and deep bite marks thanks to their long teeth and mild venom, which prevents blood clotting. Reaching around 16 inches or 40 centimeters in length and 1.7 to 4.2 ounces in weight, earless monitors have a cylindrical body, long neck, short limbs, long, sharp claws, small eyes, and 6 longitudinal rows of strongly keeled scales. The species is extensively covered in osteoderms. Despite the name, they are capable of hearing, although they lack a tympanium, an ear opening, and other externally visible signs of ears. The underparts are orangish brown, and the underside is a mottled dark brown and whitish, pale yellowish, ochre, or rust in color. The tail is prehensile and, if lost, is not regenerated. Like their closest relatives, earless monitors are oviparous, and although little is known about their mating and reproduction habits. Mothers lay 2 to 12 white, oval, leathery eggs, which incubate for around 3 months till hatching. Under no conditions, an earless monitor may live upwards of 15 years. Next up is Phoenicopterus chilensis, better known as the Chilean flamingo. It is a species of flamingo native to South America from Ecuador and Peru to Chile and Argentina and east to Brazil, and has now been introduced to Germany and other parts of Europe. Chilean flamingos are social birds which often live in flocks of hundreds to tens of thousands and typically inhabit coastal mudflats, estuaries, salt lagoons, and soda lakes. A Chilean flamingo reel the Chilean flamingo feeds with its head upside down in shallow water, utilizing its bill, which is equipped with a comb-like structure that enable it to filter food such as plankton, crustaceans, insects, mollusks, and other invertebrates. Reach around 31 to 57 inches or 79 to 145 centimeters in length, and 43 to 51 inches or 110 to 130 centimeters tall, and 5.5 to 7.7 pounds or 2.5 to 3.5 kilograms in weight. The Chilean flamingo is one of the larger species of flamingo. The Chilean flamingo's plumage is pinker and slightly larger than the greater flamingo, but is no less than the but is so less than the American flamingo. It can be differentiated from these species by its grayish legs and pink joints. The larger amount of black on the hip, uh, or black on the bill, not the hip, which is more than half the bill, and also being a foot shorter than the American flamingo. Young chicks may have no sign of pink coloring whatsoever, but instead remain gray or white. The young chicks will slowly gain their pink color as pigments called carotenoids from their diet accumulate in the feathers. Chilean flamingos are serially monogamous and pairs stay together for a season. They breed in colonies numbering up to thousands of birds and mate from April to May. After courtship, rituals involving synchronized dancing, neck shredding, preening, and honking, males and females both build cone-shaped mounds out of stones and mud. A single white egg is laid, and both parents incubate for around 26 to 31 days. The chick remains at the nest after hatching for the first few days, and the young move after 5 to 8 days into large creches. The parents distinguish their offspring from other birds by creating means of individual calls. Feeding by the parent continues until fledging. After 65 to 70 days, Chilean flamingos uh, after birth. The chick becomes mature after 3 to 5 years. Under ideal conditions, a Chilean flamingo may live up to 50 years. Raja brachyuran, better known as the blonde ray or blonde skate, is a species of ray-finned fish in the family Ragidae, which is native to the Mediterranean Sea and eastern Atlantic Ocean. Here, these bottom-dwelling species inhabit sandy and muddy-bottomed areas up to 1,247 feet or 380 meters deep. Blonde rays feed primarily upon shrimps, prawns, and other crustaceans, but will also regularly prey upon cephalopods and small fish. Blonde rays are themselves eaten by seals, porpoises, dolphins, sharks, and larger bony fish. Reaching up to 47 inches or 120 centimeters in length and 37 pounds or 17 kilograms in weight, the blonde ray has a flattened, kite-shaped body with broad wing-like pectoral fins and a short tail. The belly is a pale white or gray, and the back is typically yellow or gray with 4 to 5 pairs of white spots. Adults may also have large dusky blotches. The base color is overlaid with many small black spots and that extend right to the disc margins, along the tail, and onto the dorsal fins. Breeding may occur year-round, with mother skates tending to lay around 40 eggs from February to August. Under ideal conditions, a blonde skate will reach sexual maturity around 4 to 5 years of age and live upwards of 15. And next up we have Chasmosaurus, an extinct genus of ceratopsid dinosaur which lived throughout western North America during the late Cretaceous period, some 77 to 74 million years ago. The first known remains of Chasmosaurus consisting of a parietal bone that was found as part of a neck frill in 1898 at Berry Creek, Alberta by Lawrence Morris Lambay of the Geological Survey of Canada. Although recognizing that his find represented a new species, Lambay thought it would be placed in the previously known short-filled ceratopsid genus Monoclonius. He erected the new species Monoclonius belli to describe his findings, the specific name honoring collector Walter Bell. However, in 1913, Charles Haslius Sternberg and his sons found several complete imbelli skulls in the middle of the Dinosaur Park Formation of Alberta, Canada. Based on these finds, Lambay erected the new genus Proterosaurus, meaning before Torosaurus, but that name was preoccupied by the Permian reptile Proterosaurus. So he subsequently created the replacement name Chasmosaurus in February of 1914, from the Greek chasma meaning divide or opening, in reference to the large fenestrae in the skull. Lambe also designed assigned a paratype specimen NMC2245 found by the Sternbergs in 1913, consisting of a largely complete skeleton, including skin impressions. Since then, several more Casosaurus specimens, including some skin, uh, as well as some skulls and mostly complete skeletons, have been recovered. And today, at least two species, C. belli and C. russellii, are considered valid. Additionally, the ceratopsians Eoceratops and Mojoceratops may be species of Casosaurus, reaching around 14.1 to 15.7 feet or 4.3 to 4.8 meters in length and 2,200 to 4,400 pounds or 1,000 to 200 kilograms in weight. Chasmosaurus was comparable in size to a modern Indian rhino. Chasmosaurus had three short main facial horns, one on the nose and two on the brow. The Fryllochasmosaurus was very elongated and broader in the rear than the front. A Lapchasaurus would have been a low browsing feeder, would have been a low browser feeding upon various ground level vegetation and living in fairly complex herds. As always, take care of my guys, gals, non binary pals. Have a wonderful day.